All right, so right now I'm going to show you the new app and demonstrate a little bit for you how it works. This is the new app here. It's called AutoSist. It can be downloaded on the Apple App Store or the Android stores, wherever you would get stuff for Android stuff. And once you find it, download it. It's free. If you don't want to download it on your personal cell phone, you don't have to. You can use the iPad in the unit you are on. But if you use your iPhone, you'll always be logged in and you don't have to enter your email and password and stuff like that if you don't want to. So anyways, click on that. When you open it up, you're going to find the different units that we have here at Bonner County. I'm at Station 2 at the moment, so I'm going to click Unit 22 here. Once it's clicked, this is the screen you'll find. Down here at the bottom right, you'll find More. If you click on More, primarily what we're using this for are inspections. So once More's clicked, you'll find Inspections down here at the bottom. Click on that, and on this particular app, you'll find all the different inspections that have been done on the ambulance. But to add a new one, we're going to go to the top right there, find that plus button, hit that plus button, and here we are. So once we get started with this, we're going to start entering information as to what they're asking for. Let's see. Anyways, I'm not going to enter it all. So once that's entered there, we're going to start going down here. All these buttons that you'll find here are just yes, no, or not available or not applicable. And you're going to go through the inspection sheet just as you see it here. The DEF fluid I put as half. If you see it under half, go ahead and add a box of DEF fluid. If it's over 1/2, you're not going to have enough room in the tank for an entire box of DEF fluid. So don't bother adding it unless it's under half. Engine oil life is always, we're going to try to maintain an engine oil life of over 40 for the inspections, mainly because it gives us plenty of time to think about a place or schedule a oil change for that particular ambulance. Now, to find the oil life on the new ambulances, I'm going to show you real quick in case some of you don't know. All right, so put the key in the ignition. Once the key is in the ignition, use this keypad here on the steering wheel and go to Settings, hit the right arrow, go to Advanced Settings, right arrow again, Vehicle, right arrow, Oil Life, Reset, right arrow. There you'll find the oil life percent. If it's under 40, go ahead and let us know what that percent is, and that helps us, like I said, give us that time buffer we need to get this thing back in. Anyways, you can circle or go back out and go to your favorite display mode back here, whatever that might be. Anyways, that's that. Once we're back into the app, let's see. Everything's going to be pretty self-explanatory. When we get to Rock and Delt, we're no longer putting down dates that they expire. We're just stating if they are expired or not. So if that just, yeah. Let's see. So for oxygen, we had to decide what percent of oxygen or PSI of oxygen we're going to be swapping tanks out. We chose 700 for the house, and the reason is because you can bring a CPAP patient from Bonner General down to Kootenai with a little bit less than 700 pounds in the house tank. So that's why that's there. And then we just chose 500 for the oxygen stretcher. Remember, we have at least two spare, or should have at least two spare oxygen tanks in the ambulance for those. Down here at the bottom, you'll find a couple new things. Any new damage is going to be put down here. I'm going to go through how we're going to be documenting that. So if you find any new damage, leave that on yes. You're going to come here to the little quote and give a description of the damage. And then in the camera section here, you see the camera there to the right. Click on that. That brings you to the camera mode. Once you're in camera mode, then you'll find that there's no damage there. I'm just going to take a picture just to show you what it's like. But take a picture, hit use photo down here at the bottom, and done. Done again. So anyways, once that's done, you'll see a little green mark on the camera there. And then if you were to type in something there, you're going to see like quote lines inside the quote box. And that says that that's completed. That's the same with anything up here, that process. And once anything is done like that, it sends the captains an email as to what the issue was. So for instance, you know, if you don't have, I don't know, anything with oxygen, and you do that same process, an email will say something about the oxygen on unit 22. Down here on the ambulance was handed off in clean and in order. So that is going to be useful for constructive criticism. We're trying not to be super nitpicky about this, but this is a really handy way to tell your captains of the particular issues that you find. Go ahead and fill that out. Remember, we're trying to identify the problem with the individual who is the problem. Try to get that fixed and document it there. I don't know how to stress enough to not make this a super nitpicky area, but because of how much it leads to go down that rabbit hole. But anyways, that's that. General comments and then electronic signature. The electronic signature has to be here, and but we don't have pencils yet for these iPads, so there's no way to make an electronic signature. So just go ahead and make like a initial, and then go ahead and in the top right there you see save. Don't hit save. Save saves the document to your file, I guess. It doesn't submit it. So go ahead and on the bottom here you would hit submit. I'm not going to submit it though because I didn't do anything. So anyways, once that's submitted, then it'll go into the file with all the other inspections. Down here in the bottom you'll find glove box. That's going to be handy. Currently it's not completely up to date, but what the glove box is going to have in it is everything needed for some kind of accident on the road. It's going to have our insurance, registration, protocols as to what needs to be done during a situation like that. And then notes down here is primarily going to be used for vehicle damage. We'll go ahead and look at that real quick. So a while back ago, it was noted that on this particular ambulance, the little screen was broken, and nobody knows who did it, but it's identified as to who did it, or as to what happened. And as the notes come in, we're going to be able to identify these problems a little bit easier and not have damage that's been sitting around on the ambulance for months and nobody knows exactly when it came or how it got there. So during your inspections, just keep a closer eye on damage and mark it as needed, because we're going to be trying to be more on top of damage and getting it fixed quicker and not letting damage just infest our ambulances. So, all right, one more thing I almost forgot I gotta throw in here is the reminders. So as you see here, the little red icon there above the picture of the unit, go ahead and click on the unit when you find that, and then down there at the bottom you'll see reminders. Click on reminders, and there the little red exclamation inside that triangle is going to be a reminder that's due for that particular day. And sometimes you'll have these reminders fall on days that you're on shift. And if you can take care of them, great. If it's something that is a little more invasive, such as something that's needed to be done at a shop, that's one thing. But what we're going to try to do is get things done on the ambulance in-house if we are able to. So when you see a red reminder, go ahead and click it. Once it's clicked, it's going to tell you what exactly needs to be done. In this case, the latches need to be lubricated with WD-40. This is going to be the latches on the box, so the latches for exterior doors, hinges as well. If you're able to do them, and once they're done, go ahead and say mark completed. If for some reason during the set the call volume makes it so you are not able to complete that task, go ahead and hit snooze, and then that'll get pushed back to another day. Anyways, that's reminders. I think that's about it. Everything's pretty much the same for the ambulances. As far as the fly cars go, they're a little bit, the inspection is just a little bit different, catered obviously more towards the fly car than the box. Anyways, this is going to be a new system that we're implementing now, and so go ahead and start using it. Implementing new systems is always kind of a little bit of a quirky thing at the beginning, so bear with me as I get this thing done. If you guys have any questions or comments, room for improvement, please let me know so I can get that stuff taken care of, because I want to make this a pretty nice system for us to use. So anyways, have at it.